Hi Pixelings! Today I'll be showing you how to beat Brotown's final boss, Mission 22, on easy difficulty with a flawless victory, or at least pass it to move on to the next level. A little note, I am a free-to-play player, so a majority of you should be able to complete this too. My name is Teeds and I make many pixeling videos from guides, tier lists, updates, news and more. Please do subscribe and click the bell for more pixeling content. We are going against Barrel King here. The key things you need to note: the wording here is a little glitched, but the special ability is Summon Ally. He'll summon 2 Barrys alongside of him on his 4th charge. Another special ability that is not shown here, but he can also choose to do a heal that heals himself and his allies, and it costs him 4 charges. He's immune to all spells and has a special Berserk charge where he deals 50% more damage when below 33% health, which is also applied to any allies he may have on the map. Another ability that is not shown here is a jump ability that takes 7 charges, so keep an eye out for that, and it will deal damage to all pixelings you have on the battlefield and also stun them. For abilities, because Barrel King is immune to all spells, I recommend equipping Healing Touch for clutch saves and heal any pixelings that may need it, but a majority of the time you'll be using Bubble Shield. This ability is a must. The Barrel King has a Scorching Blast ability that deals a lot of damage, and you'll want to counter that with Bubble Shield. For pixelings, I'll be using Falcon for damage. If you don't have Falcon, Pewds will also do fine. Slipping for his special Poison ability, I strongly recommend having him on your team. Lola for heals. She'll be focusing on healing our frontliners, but if you don't have Lola, Maya or Sponsy will do. Tusky and Floss as our main tanks, or you can switch one of them out for Gato. So as you can see, my main setup is very sustain based. In my opinion, you want to survive for as long as you can. Don't worry if you don't have all of them. They're all very cheap to buy at the market for 3k coins, so you can always just come back and try a flawless victory later. Our main focus is applying Slippy's poison ability on the Barrel King, which he will do after his 3rd charge. We're going to place Slippy here on the front line, but we're going to move him once we have our tank. So now we'll put our tank in the middle, and they'll put Falcon on the bottom here. So we're going to apply as much damage as we can and reach that poison ability, because that poison ability is going to be very, very useful against him in this boss fight. So now that he's on his 3rd charge, we're going to switch when we can, but first we're going to apply a Bubble Shield to Falcon, which we can't do because it wouldn't let me, so I got hit by the fire ability, but I have it now, so the next time it'll be fine. We're going to switch, we switched him here, we applied the poison, and now we're going to switch him back because we don't want Slippy to take damage from the barrels. The barrels can do so much damage and it's really, really painful for a squishy assassin like him. But what we're going to do here now is we're going to focus the bottom barrel. So after Falcon took his shot, we're going to switch Slippy here, and now Slippy will take his shot on the barrel, and now we're going to reapply the Bubble Shield because of the fire ability. So basically with the Bubble Shield, you want to apply that every time it's up, because the fire ability will be applied on the lowest health pixeling, as I said before, which is naturally the assassin. So as you can see, we're switching back and forth with our assassins because we want to take out the barrels as fast as we can. We do not want them to stay because they do a lot of damage to our tanks over time, and we want them to survive for as long as we can, which is basically why I have a lot of self-sustaining pixelings. So now we have Lola. Lola's going to heal our frontliner. The nice thing about Lola is that she always will heal the frontliner. I did put Slippy in the middle here because we're not at the 2-minute mark yet. So the 2-minute mark is when they deal double damage. You can get away with putting squishier pixelings in the front line before the double damage mark. So that's why we have Slippy there, just to take some damage, just to deal as much damage as we can to the Barrel King. So we're doing a ton of damage to him. We're gonna go in a really good run here. Going to reapply the Bubble Shield. We don't want that fire ability hurting our Falcon. Always apply it to the lowest health pixeling, remember that. He's on his 7th charge, which means he could do something pretty scary, or he could just die here. Is he going to do his jump? Is he going to... Yep, he did his jump. So that takes 7 charges. We all got stunned, but it's fine because Falcon is going to kill him. So that's pretty much it. It was actually pretty simple. It took me a lot of tries to try and figure out what was the best combination for a flawless victory, but I have done flawless victory on him with other combinations and more simple combinations, so I will show you for the next gameplay. In this gameplay, I'll be using more base pixelings, so Pewds, Maya, Gato, and then Slippy and Tusky. Just like the previous gameplay, we want to apply Slippy's poison ability. So I'm going to place him in the middle here, then we're going to place Pewds on the bottom and Maya on the top. So as you can see, I have all squishy pixelings, but like I said earlier, the 2-minute mark is when you don't want a squishy pixeling in the front line. So just going to apply as much damage as we can. We can get away with having pixelings that are squishy in the middle as long as it's not 2-minute mark where it does double damage. I did switch with Maya here because I don't want Slippy to take damage, but he did anyway because I forgot to apply the bubble shield. But it's applied now, so Slippy won't take damage from the fire ability. Remember, it's on the lowest health pixeling, which is generally the assassin. Now that the poison is applied, we're just going to do basically what we did before. Maya is basically how we sustain this team. Tusky can sustain herself, but right now we're going to keep using the squishies until I have to switch. Just going to apply the bubble shield here, and just like in the previous gameplay, we are just going to be switching back and forth with the assassins to take out the barrels. So Maya might not be living much longer, so we switch out to Tusky here. Tusky does have a self-heal, which is really nice, so she can heal herself for a while we try and take out the Barrel King. But we're going to be constantly switching between the assassins to take out the top barrel, and always put the bubble shield when it comes up, which is every 5 attacks from our side. Every 5 attacks we get 1 point to spend. So Tusky is actually struggling, so we're going to switch her with Gato very soon here. And as you can see, it's not as easy as the previous gameplay, but it works. And even if you don't have any of those characters I had before, a majority of you should have many of the pixelings here at least. And if you don't have them at all, you can always also just buy them on the market as well. They are pretty cheap because they are just uncommon pixelings. Now it's double damage. When it's double damage, you don't want to have a squishy pixeling in the front line. So I didn't know that Pewds was lower than Slippy, so now both of them have bubble shields, but we're going to focus the bubble shield on Pewds. The Barrel King is getting very low now, getting close to death here, but he's going to use his jump ability for a dramatic exit, and then now we've killed him. Flawless victory once again. I will also leave a gameplay clip of my first victory against him, which wasn't a flawless victory, but rather just beating him for the first time. I hope that wasn't too hard to follow. I'm trying to flawless victory every level, so I will make another guide for the next boss once I've mastered the art of defeating them. I thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe and click the bell for more pixeling videos, guides, tier lists, and more. Any likes and comments would be super rad. I hope to see you for the next one. Bye!